First, why am I working on Father's Day? I don't need an answer.
Okay.
I just hypothetical question. Why, philosophically, why am I working on Father's Day?
It's not really work.
What did I say?
The recording isn't work. It's fun.
This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
Like my name is Bob. Yeah, I'm gonna party like I'm a Jamaican. If you really wanna know where you can find me, I'll be
Happy Father's Day and welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I am, of course, Andrew, and I'm again joined by my dad, Mark Chancey. Happy Father's Day to you and welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you very, very much. This is the Zac Brown Band
It is indeed.
singing the Island Song.
Island Song.
The first time I ever heard this song,
Yeah?
I was down in the islands
Oh, yeah. Probably
on a
with
cruise ship.
cruise.
Liked it, so we keep playing it.
Keep playing it.
Zac Brown Band. Look
Zac
it up.
Brown Band.
Download it. Do whatever you got to do.
Yep.
So I got a few things before we get going.
All right.
Clear my throat. First, why am I working on Father's Day? I don't need an answer.
Okay.
I just hypothetical question. Why, philosophically, why am I working on Father's Day?
It's not really work.
What did I say?
The recording isn't work. It's fun. The editing might be a bit work, but I mean,
So we had a good week.
we did.
I golfed 3 times.
You golfed 3 times. I
You golfed twice.
twice.
We were out with our favorite golfing duo, the O'Reillys.
We were. Our favorite.
And then
it's true.
we played together Friday, just me and you,
Yep.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I was out one other time for 18 with the O'Reillys Thursday.
Thursday.
I'll get into more on that when we get to our weight loss
And that was
part.
Yeah, I was at my carnival on Thursday.
I'll get into that. Trust me. Trust me. So other big news, another fireworks show coming. So if you're listening to the audio podcast, you'll have to imagine some fireworks.
All right.
But for everyone watching on the YouTube, here we go.
Here we go. This is the 2,000 subscribers. We hit it. Believe it or not, we hit it while we were editing last week's show.
We did.
We weren't at it when we recorded the show, and then of course while we were editing it, we hit 2,000. But thank you very much for 2,000 subscribers.
2,000 subscribers, on our way to 2,100.
Yep.
And then on our way to
2,200.
infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear would say.
Yeah, he would.
So, I don't think I have anything else. Let me think before I throw it back to you. What are we doing today, my son?
Today we're going to play a Father's Day edition of What Are the Chances?
I like it. We have not played What Are the Chances in quite some time.
We have not.
So, what are the chances?
So, I'm sure everyone knows how this game works, but if you don't, I'll run through it. And so I have some statements here, and I'm going to read them. And if you think it's going to happen, it's a high percentage chancey. If you don't think it's going to happen, it's a low percentage chancey. And I'll just say this again. If you've watched this show for a while or listened to the audio before we had the YouTube, you would know that I'm in the 49 to 51% range most of the time. Although I can't really say that anymore because I'm not really.
That's the percentage you apply to something happening,
Yes.
right? You fall right in the middle. But your actual record with being accurate is less than 50%.
Yeah.
Mine was around 50%.
I think we're both around 50%.
So keep that in mind that we are not experts.
So I have 4 statements here, but you will see where we are after 3, and then if we need to use another one, we can.
Okay.
So ready for the first statement?
You want a drum roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Again, I wasn't ready, so let's get it on the next one. Wait, no, I can find it. A-S-O, that's a D, I think. Let's see. D.
There we go.
D for drum roll.
D for drum roll.
I was smart when I set up the board that way, see?
You are. What are the chances that Tiger Woods wins another major?
Oh.
This is an easy one for me.
Kind of a sad one starting off.
It's a sad one, yeah.
I got to throw a 0%.
Me too.
And not only will he probably not win a major, I don't see Tiger Woods winning another golf tournament.
No.
And to be honest with you, I don't think he could win on the Seniors Tour.
Probably not. I think a lot of this has to do with his car accident a couple of years ago that screwed up his leg.
I should say the Champions Tour.
The Champions Tour, yes.
That is not just old fellas hitting golf balls. That is some really good golfers.
That is some really good golfers.
In their early 50s, lighting
Yep.
it up. Tiger's, I think, 49.
Yeah.
So he's eligible next year. I don't know if he'd even want to play on that tour. It doesn't
That's
seem
true.
like something he
Yeah.
would do. But he is. There's not a chance unless he starts getting out there as many times as the other fellas are playing. You can't come out and just play the majors and think you're going to do anything. He hasn't made a cut now in a number of them.
Yeah, and the U.S. Open is this weekend, and obviously, and he missed the cut again. Did not have a good round, and everyone was talking about in the media, will he make the cut or won't he? And he did not make the cut. But U.S. Open this week, and
that's right. So I'm going to throw in a surprise. What are the chances? Question number 2.
All right.
What are the chances?
All right.
Bryson DeChambeau wins the U.S. Open.
Ooh, Bryson DeChambeau. I don't like Bryson DeChambeau because of
I kind of do now.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
He still live.
I know, but
I mean, I
something's changed in him. His personality is really endearing to people
That's true,
now.
yeah.
He's a YouTube star. He seems like he's a man of the people.
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau. I do like his YouTube stuff, and he's changed. But yeah, I remember before I say my thing. When we were in Nova Scotia a couple of years ago with the family at a big house.
Yeah.
And that was the BMW Championship.
Yeah.
There was a playoff between him and Patrick Cantlay. It was the most entertaining playoff I've ever seen. It was incredibly entertaining. But that was back when he was...
it had to be entertaining if it kept your focus.
That's true.
Yeah.
But no,
And entertaining is not a word.
I said entertaining.
I said entertaining. But it's not a word, just so you know. But we can
I'm
make
going
it
to
a word.
with a 75% chancey.
75% for Andrew that Bryson DeChambeau
wins the U.S. Open. But my only thing is, I really do think Rory has a chance. He's creeping up, and I think he might do it.
DeChambeau finished strong. He's got a 3-shot lead. I don't think he's going to be denied. I'm going to go with a 110% chancey.
110% chancey.
So that's, you can book it. If you're a bettor, this is not advice, folks. Don't bet because I said this, but you can bet on it.
Please don't bet.
Bet responsibly.
Even though if you watch any broadcast of any sport, all they have is betting ads.
Yep. But bet responsibly if there's such a thing.
Bet responsibly.
So that was a surprise.
That was a surprise.
We're up to question number 3.
We are.
Of what are the chances? Flying along here. We're only 7 minutes in.
What are the chances Stuart Skinner is the Edmonton Oilers' starting goalie going forward?
Ooh, well, let me...
Well, before you say anything, let me just say they pounded the Panthers last night 8-1 in Game 4, but I think that's pretty over because they're going back to Florida for Game 5. I think the Florida Panthers are going to win the Cup in Game 5. But
I did watch the game last night. It was, if you're an Oilers fan, very entertaining. I don't think Florida was prepared. I think they were in the glee of having the Cup in the building and just weren't playing Florida hockey.
No.
But the question is, what are the chances that Stuart Skinner, the starting goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers, is what? Starting goaltender next season?
Yeah, starting goaltender, yeah.
I don't have a skin in the game. I don't really care. But for Oilers fans' sake, I hope he's not.
No.
Because, in my view, he's not a starting goaltender in the National Hockey League.
No.
He was that bad last year that Ken Holland decided we got to fix this and brought in Jack Campbell.
And now he's in the AHL.
And soon after they had Jack Campbell, they sent him, the $6 million man, down to the AHL.
$5 million man, yeah.
And Pickard is the backup.
Calvin Pickard.
But I don't think Stuart Skinner is a starting professional goalie in the National Hockey League. He may be a backup or he's an AHL guy. And I have stats to back that up. He's played in 32 playoff games.
Right.
He averages close to 3 goals a game allowed.
Right.
And an .892 save percentage. That's not a stellar playoff record.
That's not really, no.
No. And if you're wondering why the Oilers were down 3-0 and are on the brink of elimination, Skinner allowed 9 goals and 68 shots in the first 3 games and an .868 save percentage. Yeah. Not going to get it done. Now, Kenny Holland, GM of the Oilers, is proven to people that didn't think it was possible you can get to a Cup final without goaltending.
And the Oilers don't have much defense either. Like, that's another thing.
No. You can get to the Cup final without goaltending. They've proven that. They're there. You can't win without goaltending.
That's true.
And I have a feeling he was pretty good last night, although he had 30 shots, but I don't know where the 30 shots came from. 30-plus shots. I don't know where they came from because there wasn't anything too challenging. I think he'll return to form in Game 5, and this is probably over on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Did I give a percentage?
No, I'm going to say 100%. I think it's a guarantee he's going to be a starter next year. I don't think there's anyone in the goalie market that's going to take over him.
No, he's going to. They're going to go out in 5. Holland's going to see the light, and Stuart Skinner will not be the starting goaltender. I'm going to say there's a 12% chance.
Well, you never know that Ken Holland might not be back next year.
Why is that? You know something I don't know?
No, but like maybe they get eliminated.
Have you got a scoop there, Freed?
I don't have a scoop. 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 I'm just saying maybe he'll be out because they lose in the Cup final. Maybe they'll get rid of him. But I don't think
you get rid of him for losing in the Cup final.
No, that's true.
You might get rid of him for missing the playoffs, but I think they're going to address their goaltending situation. I don't see them coming back.
No,
in any way. And it was Stuart Skinner that said, if anyone can come back from
it's the Oilers
3-0 down, the oil can.
The oil can.
I might believe that statement. If he's not in net.
If you weren't the goalie.
If you aren't the goalie, maybe. But I don't know. I think Florida's going to be a different team. I think they're going to get back to Florida hockey.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a tough crowd for Edmonton. And who knows? Like I said, don't care either way. And I think the NHL really screwed up when they took that week off.
Yeah.
From the end of the conference finals to the start of the finals.
Not to compete with basketball.
Well, they lost a lot of momentum. I was still kind of looking in every night as much as I could, and then a week goes by, and who cares?
Yeah.
It just happened to be that I was sitting around last night at 9:30 in front of the TV. I said, I'll put that on.
Yeah, I mean, it's... But no one wants to see hockey played in late June.
It's too late for me.
It's too late, yeah.
Especially when you're out golfing.
100%.
Yeah. So that was statement numero 3.
It was indeed.
Now we're going to get to statement number... 4. When the drum stops, you can speak.
Katra.
What
are the chances, here we go, one of Vladdy or Bo are not on the Blue Jays after the trade deadline on July 31st?
So you're asking what are the chances one of them is traded?
Can I actually go first here?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Well, it's your show. Why am I working on Father's Day?
We're back to this. We're back to this. All right. I wanted to just say we established in the podcast we did a couple of weeks ago where Ross Atkins was speaking to the media and that gave us a lot of material.
Time and talent.
You said in that, and it's true, no, everyone is safe right now. Everyone is safe. No one's going anywhere. No one's getting
fired.
Except for Kevin Biggio.
And Daniel Vogelbach.
But it just, because of that, and the fact that everybody is safe, and especially the star players like Vladdy and Bo, Ross Atkins even said publicly, doesn't make any sense for us to trade them right now. And even though it makes perfect sense. So because Ross Atkins is still there, and because everybody is safe, and he doesn't seem to be in the mind at all to trade those guys, 0% chance that one of them is not on the team. They're both going to be on the team.
Both going to be on the team, okay. If Ross Atkins is still here come trade deadline, 0% chance that they're any of them.
And there's no way he's not here.
But just let's talk about some numbers with the time and the talent. Vladdy now averaged down to 277. He was flirting with 300 there last week. He came out of an 0 for 21 slump, I think, yesterday with a soft ground ball. 7 home runs and 30 RBIs in 70 games. So that's projected for Vladdy now. And I've done this more than once this year. It hasn't gotten any better. 16 home runs and 69 RBIs he's on pace for.
It's not...
16 home runs and 69 RBIs.
That's the guy we're supposed to believe is going to be the next star of the Blue Jays?
Bo Bichette. Batting .237, which is up for him.
Yeah.
He has 4 home runs and 28 RBIs in 66 games played. Is that enough from your 2 and 3 spot in the lineup?
No. And Bo was better than Vladdy last year. He was great.
He's projected to hit 9 home runs and knock in 68 RBI. So combined, they're projected to have 25 home runs and around 135 RBIs, 137 RBIs. That's what you need out of one of them.
That's something that
not both of them.
Juan Soto or Aaron Judge could get individually.
I'm backing up here. So I watched the Blue Jays, and I'm going to go off on a tangent. It's just, to me, it's comical because Dan Shulman and Joe Siddall and Buck Martinez, they're employed by Rogers,
right,
who own the Blue Jays.
Right.
But Friday night's game I'm watching, And Bichette is up.
Right.
And he took the first 2 pitches. Third pitch, he hit to center field, and it was a flyout.
Right.
Wasn't deep. It was just a flyout.
Right.
Joe Siddall's commentary was, what a great at-bat, right? Had the patience to take the first 2 pitches and then put a great swing on the pitch. So I understand they have to say good things about the team because they're employed by the same group that owns the team.
Right.
But it's getting comical to hear
Oh, it is.
the
It's
color
been comical
guys
for a
talk
while.
about the good swing that Bichette put on the ball that he got out on
Yeah.
and how patient he was because he took the first 2 pitches. So Ross Atkins said that they were working starting pitchers hard.
Yeah.
If anybody has been watching Blue Jay games for the past month since he had his press conference, the starting pitchers are having a great time with the Blue Jays.
They are 100%, yeah.
Carlos Carrasco yesterday, not so much.
No.
But he's also an older guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jays sit 2 games under 500 at this point in the season.
Yeah.
So they were 4 games under 500 a month ago when Ross had his come to Jesus moment. So it hasn't done a whole lot. I don't know where we go from here, but we're both 0%.
Yeah.
That was a long way to get to that. That Vladdy and Bo are going to be traded, or either one of them are going to be traded. All right, what was that? We got one more?
We got one more.
All right. I don't know what this one's going to be.
Sank.
Numero 5.
Yeah. What are the chances Jacob Markstrom is the Leafs' new goalie next season?
0.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. Unless Marner says I'll be traded and I'll go to Calgary, right?
Yeah.
He's still under contract. Markstrom is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's another year.
Yeah, and I can't see Calgary being too excited about dealing with tree living.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Maple Leafs have to offer. I don't want to see Easton Cowan going out there.
No.
I don't want to see the future going out there.
Yeah, Easton Cowan's a beast, by the way.
He was last year.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any of that happen because I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm going to say 0%.
I have a little more faith than you, but I'm at like 12.
That's strange because I'm so positive usually.
12.5%.
12.5%.
I'm still like barely not going to happen, but yeah, I just think, of course they're linked to him, but I mean every team in the NHL has been linked to him. I think he's going to go to the Devils ultimately because that's the team that's been talking about him for like since like last year's trade deadline around that.
Well, maybe the Leafs will get Jake Allen.
I don't want Jake Allen.
No.
But yeah, I mean the Leafs do need goaltending, and I think it would. But again, this Marner thing is taking over the entire Leaf nation right now. This is the whole thing. I mean, we've talked about it before, but I just don't know what they have to offer. And unless Marner says I'm getting traded to Calgary, and I didn't think about your point about them dealing with tree living. They seem to be a bit weird about him being the GM of the Leafs. So yeah, I
think I'd like Markstrom.
I would too. Yeah, I mean, people say he's too old and he's too much money, but I mean he saved a couple of games for Calgary, a number of games for Calgary this past season. So I would like him, especially on a better team.
Is Cujo still available? Anybody know what he's up to?
I hope so. I don't think so, but I wish he was.
Got something in my throat the whole show. Why am I working on Father's Day? Anyway, that's it for all the questions, hey?
That's it for the questions.
So that brings us to a place we haven't been in a while.
No,
we
we're
have to
here.
Report in on our weight loss
We do.
program.
We do indeed.
So you weighed in last Thursday.
I did.
We hadn't weighed in for 3 weeks.
We hadn't.
So how much were you up?
I wasn't up.
What?
I was down 1.2.
1.2 pounds you were down over those 3 weeks. Good for you, because you had a birthday in there.
I did, yeah.
And we hit the keg one night.
And I think it was the walking on the golf course that did it, because I wasn't walking any other time.
I can tell you I got on the scale Friday morning, and I was not down. I'm not going to say how much I was up. I wasn't up too much.
No.
But it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. I blame you. And if you want to know why I blame you, I'll get to my story.
No, why do you blame me now?
Well, last Thursday I golfed.
Why am I always taking the blame?
I golfed last Thursday. I got off the golf course around 7. You had a carnival at school to celebrate the fact that you were leaving junior high.
Indeed.
And that was over at 8. The plan was for your stepmother to pick you up at 8, come up from our house to pick you up. And I called and said, well, you know what? I'm already here close to him. I'll just go in and get something to eat and then go pick him up.
All right.
That was the plan.
And that's what happened.
I was going into the club for a salad and watch a bit of the U.S. Open. So when I sat down, first thing I did was I ordered chicken fingers and fries. So probably not a good start. That wasn't a salad. After I got that done, Kim, the server, lovely girl, came over and she said, "Mark, can I interest you in a piece of carrot cake and a coffee?" And I said, "Why not?" So she left and came back, and she went and she brought back the cake and she said, "I don't know why this is so big, but that's what he gave you." Now, the piece was probably the size of a McCain Deep and Delicious, maybe a little smaller. And I looked at it and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't eat all that. So anyway, I sat down with my little fork and I was watching the U.S. Open and eating my cake. And next thing I know, the cake was gone. So I ate the whole thing. That was Thursday night, right? And I weigh in Friday morning. So how could I think I was going to do well? But it's your fault, because if you didn't have that frickin' carnival, I wouldn't have had that cake. That's all I have to say.
Nobody told you to have the cake.
That's all I have to say.
Nobody told you to have the cake.
Nobody told me to have the cake. Well, I had my cake and I ate it too.
Yeah, there we go.
One question before we go.
All right.
Why am I working on Father's Day?
I don't know.
Wrap it up, son.
Thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. If you found us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. And we're back on next middle of the week for the Would You Rather.
Okay.
All right.
See you then.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.
Down in the islands, you should lose track of your timing. Grab a drink beside